Our topic is cultural influences on communication, culture and context. All human interaction is influenced to some degree by the cultural, social and physical settings in which it occurs. Shared communication rules help determine if interaction will go smoothly or not. Culture helps to determine the appropriate communicative behavior within a variety of social and physical contexts by prescribing certain rules. Intercultural communication in the business context. International business setting. Learn how to conduct business in a manner that accommodates different cultural rules. Knowledge of cultural differences, cross-cultural work team, and multicultural collaboration are essential for an organization's success. Domestic business setting. Minorities, fastest growing the segment of US demographically. Businesses must adopt operations to appeal to different ethnicities. Successful management demands awareness, acceptance of varying cultural values. Communication in the multicultural business context, business protocols, initial contact, direct, face to face, cold call, letter of intro, use of anniversary, greeting behavior, informality versus formality, verbal and or non-verbal, personal appearance, what constitutes appropriate dress, casual versus professional, gift giving, distinction from brides, to whom, what, when, and how to gift, conversational taboos, political, personal information, jokes. Education context. What is taught in a culture is crucial to the maintenance and the perpetuation of that culture. Cultures with formal education system tend to teach many of the small things such as literacy, mathematics, science, history, religion. History is taught in all cultures, but each culture emphasizes its own past. Knowing how teaching occurs within a culture is important because it provides knowledge about the nature of the culture, provides understanding about interpersonal relationships among students and between the students and teachers, illustrates the importance a culture places on education. Multicultural education. Challenges of multicultural education goal is to prepare students to function as productive members of society. Majority and minority cultures place themselves out in a visible phase in classrooms. Teachers need to find ways to build up bridges between students' diverse home and educational experiences. A multicultural student body is important to the experience of members of both the dominant culture and of co-cultures. Culture and education. Culturally influenced learning preferences. No arrangement on the member or range of learning styles that exist. The way of knowing, the process people use to think about and become aware of their universe is influenced by culture. Cognitive learning styles are influenced by culture. Cultural learning preferences, how people receive and process information. Field independence versus field dependence. Field independence learners perceive object as a separate and individualized, that is separate from the field. Field dependent learners tend to perceive information through a global perspective, taking in the totality rather than individual aspects. Cultural and education, cognitive learning styles are influenced by culture. Cooperation versus competition, trial and error versus watch and do, tolerance and intolerance for ambiguity, linguistic issues in multicultural education, linguistic diversity. Culturally and linguistically diverse students make up as much as 45% of the public school enrollment, and that number is expected to grow. The educational system must recognize and accommodate to the needs of these culturally and linguistically diverse learners and provide not only academic instruction but English language learning as well. Linguistic diversity. No common language in US classrooms. Dialects and the languages spoken by students influence teachers' perception of students, academic ability, learning opportunities, evaluation of their contribution to class, the way they are grouped for instructions, formation of in groups. Culturally and linguistically diverse students may have a hard time due to cognitive and linguistic issues, academic insufficiency, enrollment at various points in their educational career, arrive from countries that emphasize different curricular sequences. So that is all about my topic. Thank you.